Your first take on the budget, sir. What, according to you, was the focus of the 2024 budget of the NDA government?
Thank you very much for having me on your show. I think my biggest takeaway is this is a fiscal consolidation, growth-oriented budget, which is the starting point to, after 10 years of the Modi government, to take us from here to 2047. It has very ambitious provisioning for the rural development, 2,66,000 crores. Very ambitious provisioning for women-led development, 3 lakh crore. Very ambitious on youth and skilling, 4.1 crore jobs over 5 years. 1 lakh crore of our youngsters to be given internships, paid internships. Very good on other major success points. Mudra loan, 10 lakhs to be raised to 20 lakhs rupees. And therefore, if you look at the overall picture, this is not something where you're frittering away resources by going, yes, there are SOPs for the middle classes, some relief, a taxpayer assessee would gain about 17,500 rupees or thereabout. The rates for capital gains tax have come down from about 20 to about 12%, and there will be benefit for that reduction of rate. Indexation, yes, is no longer there, but if you invest in another year, within a year in an alternate property. So if you look at the middle classes, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana from 4 crores and economically weaker section from 4 crores to 7 crores Awas to be made. So these are all very positive, feel-good factors making for a very good budget, which will help India navigate not an easy global situation characterized by uncertainties. Many countries are under recession or flirting with recession, and there are uncertainties because of geopolitical tension. So within that, India stands out as a success story and an economy which is stable and good fiscal consolidation, macroeconomic and growing.
Yes. Do you also believe that the budget, will yield and generate as many jobs that are essential for our youth as well? Do you believe that the decisions taken, be it through the capex increase or the other moves, of course, by the government, particularly, of course, for MSMEs and startups, which are also job-creating sectors, will yield and create adequate jobs in the coming years as well?
I want to state upfront, the budget can help in providing the ecosystem through provisioning, through emphasis, etc. But all these processes that you mentioned, job creation, there are many other factors involved. Capex is certainly a very important factor, because if you have a 30% rise in Capex and you've taken it up to 11.1 lakh crores, as you did in the interim budget, then there's enough money for infrastructure, which means big projects which will generate jobs. When you make Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, I did a calculation when I was Housing Affairs Minister, that if you build 1,000 Pradhan Mantri Awas, then you use so much of cement, so much of steel, and so much of employment. When you build another 3 crore, then you multiply that. Yes, these will all provide that possibility. But you are also battling another phenomena, and you must be acutely conscious of that. Throughout the world, economic growth has by and large taken a place in a manner which could be described as jobless, because there are increases in technology, you have increase in economic growth, in money, but the number of brick and mortar jobs or government jobs which you are measuring, they are not there in those numbers. So we'll have to address those as well, and we are in a comfortable position with a good fiscal position of being able to address those things.
Yes. Now, you also have charge of a very important ministry, of course, in petroleum and natural gas. We are, of course, striving for clean energy and also becoming a leader in this sphere for the world, also to look at and take lessons from. For your ministry, sir, and your sector in particular, are you happy with the provisions and outlays laid out in today's budget and the strides that you will take in this direction?
My friend, insofar as the provisioning is concerned for all these segments which come under the ministry, they are relatively unchanged, and I'm satisfied with that. But what I was also encouraged is the statement that Nirmala ji made, that she's coming up with a green transitioning path. Now, the green transitioning path will also mean how do you achieve that? We are very happy that on biofuels we've gone from 1.4% to about 15%. We have to take it to 20% by 2030. We're going to do it by 2025, October of next year. And we are doing good on green hydrogen. We're doing well on, we are beginning to get off the mark on compressed biogas, etc. We are looking at alternate feeds for our biofuels program. All that we're doing well. So all the new encouragement that we get for, exploration and production, whatever the green path that will come for energy transitioning, all that we will welcome and we will work that.
We've seen the spirit of continuity in your government, be it, of course, the decisions taken in the top cabinet ministers and their portfolios, also, of course, the Lok Sabha Speaker, decision by the government, and now, of course, the budget as well. Do you believe the focus that the Prime Minister has, emphasized on in the previous term, on the Kisan, on the young, on the poor, on the women being the only castes he believes in, has also figured in today's budget and this push that will continue in your third term?
Well, absolutely. I think the Prime Minister made it clear upfront, both through the budget today and earlier, that these are the castes which require a focus. I mean, women, youth, the poor, and the andata. And they have been getting a focus, and the provisioning in this budget, and I'm sure in the years to come, will mean that once we get these castes right, the nation is surely well on its way towards becoming a Viksit Bharat.
But Hardeep Puri ji, the opposition today has come out and criticized the budget. They've said that, this budget is only good for 2 states because those are the allies of the government. What about the rest of the country? They're taking a, dig at Andhra Pradesh and Bihar packages. What do you make of this criticism that has come in from the opposition?
I would say that I would advise them to read the budget carefully. When the Honorable Finance Minister talks about Purvodaya, which means the east, going towards the east, is Bihar the only state in the east? I mean, what about Orissa? What about Sikkim? What about Himachal? I think they would do well to read the budget first and then come up with slightly more intelligent criticism. Because if this is all the criticism that they can muster, I can easily, off the cuff, without any notes in front of me, I can tell you what, under the central government schemes, we have done for all the states. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, what we've done, Smart Cities Mission, what we've done, Ayushman Bharat, what we've done. They are not for these 2 states, they're for all the states. But if these 2 states are coming up for mention, there must be a reason. One reason is that Bihar, like some of the other eastern states, are devastated by floods. And one of the problems arising there is not within the state of Bihar, but it's something that's happening in Nepal. So if they want the central government's assistance and the central government has to help in some way, they will do that. We have in the past provided financial help either directly or through assistance from multinational agencies. That's nothing new. When we set up the metro system in Delhi, who financed it? 27,000 crores came from the JICA, the Japan International Cooperation Agency. So this is all baloney that they come up. They should read the budget carefully and sit down with some of us. We have the goodwill and the patience to give them technical assistance to help them understand also.
Okay. Final question to you, Hardeep Singh Puri, before we let you go. Are you confident that the path has been laid out now for the next few years, and we are going to, of course, continue in very earnest stride towards becoming the world's 3rd largest economy?
Well, my friend, let me put it this way. You can only do what you can at that point of time. When the Prime Minister inherited the economy in 2014 and it was characterized as part of the Fragile Five, he had to correct that. And he did. He moved it from 11th or 10th place to the 5th largest economy. Today we are a $4 trillion economy. We will take it to a $5 trillion economy, then to a $10 trillion economy. Will we face hurdles on the way there? We possibly will. But the whole idea is to face both domestic hurdles and navigate the way internationally through the global turbulence and through the uncertainties the global economy is facing, and make sure that you are steadfast in your direction to become a developed economy by 2047, when your economy will be in the vicinity of $40 trillion or so.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.